Good evening, my name is Cody, and I'm going to take you on an adventure through the halls of the Poker Academy. Picture this, you're at the table, cards in hand, and the dealer starts the dance. The dance, my friends, is poker, and your dancing shoes are your starting hands. Now, not all hands are created equal. Some are like the high school quarterback, ready to take you to the prom in style. Others, well, they're more like the kid who still wears braces and can't quite make eye contact. Choosing your starting hands wisely is the key to starting the dance on the right foot. It's not about snatching up any old partner, it's about selecting the one that'll twirl you across the dance floor to victory. Think of it like this. You wouldn't go to prom with just anyone, right? You'd want the best partner for the night. And in poker, that's what you're looking for, the best possible starting hands. Remember, the first steps in the dance determine the rhythm of the whole game. Now let's get into the poker mind-reading business. This isn't about hocus pocus or crystal balls, folks. It's about decoding your opponents, unraveling their strategies, one twitch, one eye flicker, one crack in the poker face at a time. Think of it as an art, a skill, a dance of observation and interpretation. And look beyond the cards, beyond the chips, and focus on the people. Just as every card has a suit and a number, every player has a tell. A pattern. It could be as subtle as a change in breathing or as obvious as a nervous tick. It could be in their betting patterns, the way they stack their chips, or the way they can't help but smirk when they're holding a royal flush. So keep those eyes peeled and your mind sharp. Master the art of reading and you'll be the Sherlock Holmes of the poker table. Position matters, my friends. It's like picking your seat in a sold-out concert. You don't want to be stuck behind the guy with the giant foam finger blocking your view. In poker, your seat can be your secret weapon or your Achilles heel. It's all about strategic positioning. Imagine the poker table as a chessboard. Each seat is a square, and you are the king. The closer you are to the dealer, the more information you have about your opponent's moves. This knowledge can be your queen, your most powerful piece, giving you an edge in the game. Now picture yourself in the last seat. The dealer's right, you've got the whole board in front of you. You've seen the raises, the folds, the bluffs. You're holding the strings, my friends. You're the puppet master. Strategic positioning allows you to control the narrative. Be the director, not just the audience. It's your show, and you're the star. Now go out there and steal the spotlight. Bluffing, the grand performance of poker. Picture this. You're on stage, lights dimmed, all eyes on you. Your task? To convince your opponents that you hold a royal flush when all you're clutching is a pair of twos. Exciting, isn't it? Bluffing is the art of deception, the poker player's secret weapon. It's not about who has the better hand, but who can play their cards better. It's the poker equivalent of a magician's sleight of hand. A game of smoke and mirrors. The key? Confidence. You may be holding the worst hand at the table, but if you can bluff with the confidence of someone holding a straight flush, then you've won half the battle. Remember, in poker, perception is reality. But be warned, bluffing is not about lying all the time. It's about choosing your moments. Play it too often and your opponents will catch on. Use it sparingly and you'll keep them guessing. Bluffing is your Oscar-winning moment. Make your opponents the audience and you're the prima ballerina. Let's talk about poker finances. It's like managing a budget, only here your chips are your currency and the poker table is your marketplace. The secret to successful bankroll management? Setting limits. You wouldn't gamble away your rent money, and the same principle applies here. Know your limits, set them, and stick to them like superglue. Now onto the tilt. Picture it as a roller coaster that you don't want a ticket for. It's the emotional high of a win, followed by the crushing low of a loss. It's a ride that can drain your bankroll faster than a leaky faucet. So how do you avoid it? Stay level-headed. Don't let a win go to your head or a loss to your heart. And lastly, ensure your poker piggy bank is always healthy. Regularly check in on it, nurture it, keep it filled. Remember, a broke poker player is like a car with no gas, going nowhere. In the poker classroom, there's no graduation day. Just as the seasons change, the game of poker evolves, and so must its players. It's a never-ending journey of learning, adapting, and refining your skills. So, where do you turn for this continuous education? Well, poker books are a great start. They're like the wise old professors of the poker world, each one filled to the brim with strategies, tips, and tales of legendary bluffs. But don't stop there. The digital age offers a vast sea of online resources. Engage in poker forums, watch live games, study player strategies, and take part in online tournaments. It's like having a 24/7 poker gym at your disposal. And remember, poker is not just a game of cards, it's a game of continual growth. So make learning your ace in the hole your secret weapon. Stay ahead of the game. As they say, the more you learn, the more you earn. Now let's talk mental gymnastics. Just like an elite gymnast, a poker champion needs impeccable focus, discipline, and emotional control. You see, it's not just about keeping a poker face, it's about mastering the high-wire act of mental resilience. Imagine balancing on a tightrope, your every thought and emotion teetering on the edge. It's about holding your nerve even when the stakes are high and your opponents are trying their best to knock you off balance. In poker, as in life, discipline is key. It's about sticking to your strategy, even when the cards aren't falling your way. It's about resisting the urge to go all in on a hunch, and instead playing the long game with patience and precision. And then there's emotional control, the final piece of the puzzle. It's about staying cool under pressure, keeping your emotions in check, and never letting your opponents see you sweat. Remember, you're not just playing the cards, you're playing the game of life. So there you have it, the 7 secrets to poker greatness. From the mindful mastery of starting hands, artful reading of opponents, strategic positioning, mastering the art of bluffing, bankroll management, continuous learning, to maintaining a champion's mindset. It's a thrilling journey, and every step you take brings you closer to that poker maestro status. Hit those like and subscribe buttons for me. This is Cody signing off. May your hands be lucky and your bluffs legendary. Until next time, deal 'em and reel 'em in.